Uh,
Okay, so for this exercise, this progressive muscle relaxation, try to, first of all, just sit comfortably. Whatever you're sitting on, kind of let your body relax. Really, even before we work on different areas of the body, just, try to let your arms be loose and relaxed. Let your legs just relax and rest wherever it's comfortable. Kind of let your body relax into the chair or whatever you're sitting or resting on. Maybe notice if there's any tension in your body. But we'll work on sort of relaxing different muscles in different areas. So, and you can do this with your eyes open or closed, whichever you prefer. So first we'll start with just by tightening the right hand. So if you kind of squeeze your right hand as if you're holding something tight in your fist, not too tight, but just enough so you can feel tension in the muscles of the hand and the wrist. Notice how that feels, but only tightening that one area. And then let it go. So immediately just let the hand go loose and limp. And notice the difference. So notice how it feels to let these muscles now unwind. Notice the difference of how they feel between when they're tight and when they're loose. And then one more time, tightening the muscles in the right hand just by sort of making a fist as if you're holding something tight in your hand. And again, you might notice not only in your fingers and hand, but maybe in the wrist or forearm, there might be some muscles that tighten. But don't hold your breath, just still breathing. And then let the tension go. And again, notice the difference. Notice how it feels in those muscles as they start unwinding and relaxing. You might feel some warmth or tingling or other sensations. So the idea is to just focus your attention on the area that we're letting relax, and especially how the muscles feel in that area. Or bring your mind back to it if your mind wanders off. So next, we'll tighten the muscles in the upper part of the right arm. So if you just kind of bend your right arm and pull it into your side, so this time the hand can be loose, but notice how in the upper part of the arm, some of the muscles tighten up. Just notice how that feels. And then let it relax. Let the arm go loose and limp again. And notice the feeling and the contrast between when it's tight and when it's loose. Just experiencing the sensations of the muscles unwinding. And then one more time, bending the right arm, pulling into your side. Just holding it there a few more seconds. Just tightening the one area, but really feeling what it's like. And then letting it go. So letting the whole right arm be nice and loose and feeling what it's like. And then an option is to just think the word relax as you breathe out, as you let this area go, as you let the whole arm relax even more. Just breathing out and thinking the word relax, or if you prefer, you can use a different word. And then we'll move to the left arm, starting with just the left hand and fist. So if you squeeze your fist tight, the left hand, notice the muscles that tighten up. Notice how it feels. And then let it go. Let it relax and notice how that feels. Really feeling into the wrist and hand and fingers, the left hand. And notice that difference between when the muscles are tight and when they're loose. And then one more time, squeezing the left hand shut as if you're holding something tight in your hand. Noticing how that feels. And then letting it go. And letting that area relax and loosen up, and notice how that feels. And then as you breathe out, think the word relax, letting these muscles go even more. And then we'll tighten the muscles of the upper part of the left arm. So if you bend your left arm and pull it into your side, notice which muscles tighten when you do this. Just hold it a few more seconds. And then let it relax. Just let the whole arm be loose again. And notice how that feels. Notice the difference in how it feels in that area. The difference between when the muscles are tight and when they're loose. Just feeling whatever sensations are there. And then one more time, bending the left arm, pulling into your side so the hand can stay loose, but notice the muscles in the upper arm that tighten. And then let the arm relax again. So letting your entire left arm be nice and loose and limp, and feeling it. And then as you breathe out, think the word relax, letting it go even more. Noticing how it feels for both your arms now to be nice, loose, and relaxed. And then next we'll move to the face, starting with the forehead. So if you just kind of raise your eyebrows up, notice how that causes some tightening across the forehead. Just hold it a few seconds and then let it go. And notice how that feels to just let those muscles loosen up. And then one more time, raising the eyebrows up so that you feel that tightening across the forehead. And then let it go. Let that area loosen up and relax just naturally. Notice how it feels. And then as you breathe out, think the word relax, letting it go even more. Just saying the word relax to yourself in your mind. And then we'll tighten the muscles around the eyes and nose. So if you kind of squeeze your eyes shut tight and kind of wrinkle up your nose, again, not too tight, but just so you feel that tightening in the middle part of the face. And then let it relax. Just let it go. Notice how that feels. Just letting those muscles naturally sort of smooth out and unwind. And then one more time, kind of squeezing the eyes shut more tightly, wrinkling up your nose so you're tightening that middle part of the face. Feel what that's like. And then let it go. Let those muscles unwind and loosen up and notice how that feels. And then as you breathe out, think the word relax. So as you think relax, you just let it go even more. And then finally, the lower part of the face will work on tightening the mouth and jaw. Just if you kind of clench your teeth together and pull the corners of your mouth back, but don't do it too much, just a little bit. It's a little bit of tightening there. And then let it go. Let those muscles in the mouth and jaw relax. And notice how that feels. And then one more time, kind of clenching the teeth together, pulling the corners of your mouth back. Notice how that feels. And then let it go. Again, letting the muscles just naturally unwind. Noticing how that feels throughout the mouth and jaw. And then as you breathe out, think the word relax, letting it go even more. And then we'll focus on the neck. And then the area around the neck. So for this area, one way of tightening muscles is if you kind of bring your chin down and pull the shoulders up, kind of like you're shrugging, and notice which muscles tighten. Notice how it feels, and then let it go. Let the shoulders relax and the head come back to a neutral position. And notice how it feels as the muscles just unwind. Again, notice the difference between when the muscles are tight or loose. And then one more time, pulling the shoulders up and bringing the chin down. Again, notice where things tighten up. And then letting the neck relax and the shoulders come down. And notice how that feels. Just letting it go. And then as you breathe out, think the word relax and letting it go even more. And then we'll tighten the muscles of the chest and upper back. This will actually be the only time when we'll hold our breaths. So if you kind of take a deep breath in as you pull your shoulders back, expanding the chest, and then just hold it for a few seconds, and then let it out and breathe naturally, and let the back and chest relax again. And feel what that's like to just breathe with the chest and back nice and loose. And then one more time, taking a deep breath in as you pull your shoulders back and expand the chest. Just hold it like that a few seconds. And then let it out. Breathe naturally again and let all that area relax. And then as you breathe out, think the word relax. As you do so, letting it go even more. And next, we'll tighten the muscles of the stomach, the abdomen. So usually a way of doing this is, so imagine you're trying to pull the belly button inward. Just feel that kind of some of that tightening of the abdominal muscles. And then let it relax. And you might notice that now the abdomen moves as you breathe. Just feeling what it's like for the muscles in that area to be nice and relaxed. And then one more time, tightening the stomach muscles, pulling the belly button inward. Notice how that feels. And then let it relax again. And notice what that's like for that area to be loose and relaxed. Letting the muscles go. And then as you breathe out, think the word relax. So with each out breath, kind of letting it go even more. And then we'll move to the right leg, starting with just the area of the right thigh. So usually a way of tightening those muscles is if you just kind of push your foot down against the floor, the right foot, pressing down, and then notice how probably around the hip and thigh muscles tighten up. Feel what that's like. And then let it go. Let the muscles naturally loosen up again. Notice how that feels. And then one more time, pushing the right foot against the floor so the upper part of the leg tightens up. Notice how that feels. And then letting it go, letting that right leg just relax, feeling what it's like in those muscles as they unwind. And then as you breathe out, think the word relax and let it go even more. And then we'll tighten the muscles of the right shin and calf if you just kind of lift the top of your right foot upwards. It's almost like you're trying to pull your toes up towards your knee. And you might notice in the shin or calf or ankle, or even at the top of the foot, some muscles tighten up. And then let it go. Let that part of the leg just relax again. Notice how that feels. And then one more time, raising the toes of the right foot upward, kind of pulling the top of the foot up. Notice the muscles that tighten when you do this. And then letting it go, letting that area relax again. Feeling what it's like as the muscles loosen up. And then think the word relax as you breathe out. And finally, we'll tighten the muscles of the right foot. So to do this, what you can do is just kind of curl down the toes a little bit. And don't overdo it because you don't want to cause a cramp in the foot. And just kind of curling down the toes a bit, feeling what that's like. And then let it go. Let it relax and feel even right down into your right foot. Feel all the sensations of the muscles loosening up. And then one more time, curling down the toes of the right foot. Just feeling what that is like in the foot. And then let it go. Again, letting all those muscles unwind, noticing how it feels. And then as you breathe out, think the word relax, letting this area go even more. So now we'll move to the left leg, and starting with the left thigh, the upper part of the leg and the hips. So if you just kind of press your left foot down against the floor, notice how that feels. Notice which muscles are tightening, and then let it go and notice how that feels. Feeling, experiencing the muscles just loosening up. Again, noticing the difference between when they're tight and loose. And then one more time, pressing the left foot down against the floor. Just holding it a few seconds. And then let it go. And feel what that's like again for the muscles in that area of the leg to just loosen up. And then if you want to, just thinking the word relax as you breathe out. And then to tighten the area of the left shin and calf and the ankle, if you pull the top of the left foot upward, pulling the toes up towards the knee, notice how that feels. And then letting that area go loose, relaxed. Notice the difference. And then one more time, pulling the toes upward, kind of lifting the top of the left foot up, feeling the muscles that tighten to do this. And then let it go. Let it all go nice and loose. And then as you breathe out, think the word relax. And then next, if you curl down the toes of the left foot, notice how that feels. And then let it go. And again, notice that difference. So even right down into the foot, the muscles are loosening up. The foot, the entire leg, Actually, both your legs, just letting them be nice and loose, feeling what that's like. Actually feeling your whole body. Notice if there's any tension anywhere or how it feels if the muscles in your body are relaxed. And just sitting with this sense of body relaxation for the last few moments, just for a minute or so until you hear the bell ring. Just letting everything be loose.